Hi everyone, it's great to be back. The Israel Food Expo, the new Zichron Menachem Center, and the Dreidel House, this and our weekly insight on this week's program, so let's begin. Shalom and welcome to Israeli Salad. Let's begin with some food. David Miller visited Israel Food, Israel's Food Week Expo. So get some food ready because this report might make you hungry.
You know, somebody called us up and told us they were giving away some free food at the exhibition grounds here in Tel Aviv. So what's all the buzz about? Well, the buzz is food, as in the 2004 Israel Food and Hotex show at the exhibition grounds here in Tel Aviv. We're talking about over 1,200 companies from Israel and all over the world showing off all the latest in food and food technology. And I gotta tell you, I tasted everything. Everything from exotic Indian food to beer to fresh bread. And it was all delicious. Well, almost all of it anyway. And this guy's stuff tasted a lot like cigar ashes. These two seedy characters were sitting inside a giant orange, putting the squeeze on some orange juice.
This is the first year I'm at the Israel Food. I always planned to be here. Not actually planned. When you dream something and it comes true, it's like a plan. Always dreamt of being here. And look at me, I think I'm Israel's success story today of coming here with nothing and coming to a plant which is worth $50 million.
The interesting thing about Israel is it seems like a lot of people have come here from different cultures, so there's a wide variety of food that's consumed in this show and outside when I've eaten at restaurants and other people's homes, and it's pretty dynamic. So there's a lot of opportunities for a lot of different foods, I think, in Israel.
People love the bread, actually a lot more than we are accustomed to in the United States, because we are specialized in natural grain breads, heavy breads, and we find very well receptive by all the people.
Fortune cookie, my favorite. Get a real job. Reporting from the Israel Food and Hotex exhibition in Tel Aviv for Israel National TV News, I'm David Miller.
And now let's visit the new Zichron Menachem Center. The Zichron Menachem organization was founded in 1990. The organization's main goal is to support families with children living with cancer from the moment of diagnosis throughout the painful routine of treatments and rehabilitation. Miki Wassertal, the executive director of Zichron Menachem, took me through the new center located in Jerusalem. At the new Zichron Menachem Center, children with cancer come to make up missed schoolwork, play, and just have a good time. To enter the center, you must call on the intercom or use a magnetic card.
Every child will have his own ticket, individual, so he will feel that this is his house. He's most welcome to spend here the time with our dear volunteers.
In the rehabilitation framework, the children participate in many groups, including music, computers, arts and crafts, sports, photography, and more.
I feel much better because I'm doing lots of sports.
It gives me more independence when I know that my son is here, he's been taken care of, he's not bored, and he's being watched. Zichron Menachem gives me a lot of strength to give to the other children and to support those who need strength and encouragement.
ולתת כוח בעיקר לכל האנשים שצריכים כוח ועידוד. We try to make them happy and smile and forget everything, forget that they're sick.
The whole sickness and the recovery is all connected to the soul, and so here you could forget a little or forget a lot about the sickness.
In the main lobby, children play with video games, card games, and more. The main lobby and all other rooms in the center are full of lights and colors. The energetic design of the center is aimed at lifting the spirit of the children.
We invested a lot of philosophy and a lot of psychology in this center. You can see children detached from the illness and from all his surrounding, having a different atmosphere, and this is the main issues that we are investing in Zichron Menachem.
When visiting the center, you will notice that the activities are all very hands-on. Having the children interact in this way helps inspire them to look ahead and strive to beat their sickness.
To prove themselves that they can do a lot, they are normal kids, they can go forward, and thank God we succeed to achieve it.
An interactive game that actually helps the children express their feelings is the puppet. The children who put their hands into the sleeves of the puppet nurse play the role of a character they are regrettably very familiar with.
And here you can hear the child describing who is a good nurse, who is a bad one, and who is more sensitive to him, whom he likes, and what he's going through. And it's another trick to hear from the children what they are going through, and to see how we can help and to connect, to communicate with the nurses to tell them who is sensitive to what in the hospital.
Zichron Menachem was founded by the parents of Menachem Arental. Menachem passed away after battling cancer. Menachem's father feels that from his experience, he learned of the many things that can be done to help sick children and their families.
המטרה הייתה באמת לבוא לעזרת משפחות שמתמודדות עם מחלת הסרטן.
The goal was to help families that are dealing with cancer but don't know how to deal with it. We experienced this. We give them hope, a smile, and the strength necessary to go on through the difficult times.
The walls of the center are decorated with dozens of butterfly-shaped works of art. The butterfly exhibition was a way to express solidarity with Zichron Menachem and the children they help. Many renowned public figures in Israel were invited to join this project, and they painted butterflies in many styles.
The children see that all the VIPs in Israel, politicians, artists, players, basketball players, and from all over, the people are spending time and investing in decorating their own center.
In the afternoon, the center is open to siblings of the sick children. By inviting the brothers and sisters, Zichron Menachem is trying to reduce the jealousy that exists among the siblings.
Everybody is paying their attention and the whole family is focused on the sick child. They're losing a lot of attention. Here they can come and play with the same games like the sick child himself, and by the meantime they meet other children with the same disease that their brother is suffering from, and they see that maybe he's going to be cured like the others.
I have a sister who is sick. She comes in the morning and I come in the afternoon. I come and have a lot of fun. It's the most fun thing I've ever done.
One of the rooms in the center is named in memory of Nava Applebaum. Nava, who was a volunteer in Zichron Menachem, was killed in a terror attack with her father a day before her wedding.
And she was really a model, a new model of quality, of sensitivity, of seriousness, how to speak with parents and to switch on to go to speak with the sick child. 1 minute later, Nava was killed while she was wearing our sweatshirt, the Zichron Menachem sweatshirt.
In the room named after Nava, support groups meet. Support groups for children, family members, and even for the volunteers of Zichron Menachem.
It's very important to support the sick children, but we're supporting those who support and assist.
There are difficult times and it's a little bit hard, but it's also very, very hard for them. And we do it together. Together we shall overcome.
Please send your comments, ideas, and questions to the Israeli Salad email, yoni@israelnn.com, or leave a message on the Israeli Salad voicemail at international dialing code 972-3918-5554. That's 972-3918-5554.
A few weeks ago, when I first mentioned the new Israeli Salad site, I said that there will be some Israel National TV outtakes on this site. So our first blooper reel is ready and it can be seen on our site. Here's a little taste of the reel and a little reminder about the Israeli Salad site.
Okay.
I'm going home.
Be sure to visit the Israeli Salad website. On the Israeli Salad site, scroll through all the editions, see what topics were presented on each program, and simply click on the icon to watch your favorite program. Also, watch all our fantastic music videos featured right here on Israeli Salad. So be sure to click on www.israelnationaltv.com/salad.htm. That's www.israelnationaltv.com/salad.htm.
Hanukkah commemorates the time when the infamous King Antiochus banned the practicing of Jewish rituals and ceremonies and demanded that the Jews worship the Greek gods. Even in this time of persecution, the Jews of ancient Judea continued to pray and study Torah in secret. Small spinning tops were kept on the tabletop during the studying and praying. If Antiochus' soldiers entered the house, the holy books were quickly hidden, and everyone pretended to be playing with a simple gambling game with the small tops. Commemorating these spinning tops, children throughout the world play with spinning tops on Hanukkah. These spinning tops are better known as dreidels, or in Hebrew, sevivons. Mark Kaplan visited the dreidel house in the coastal city of Caesarea and met a Judaica artist who specializes in making dreidels.
I suppose I've never really outgrown playing with dreidels. But today, we're going to meet a man, a 45-year-old man, who really has never outgrown playing with dreidels. So where did you learn how to do this?
I learned art in high school. I start to make dreidels with another Judaica items, and the dreidels are more popular, the most popular of my item. I opened this dreidel house 2 years ago, and my specialty is dreidels. What I'm doing now, I'm making a base for a dreidel. I'm using ceramics, I'm using metal, I'm using gold, I'm using little silver even. After I make the vase, I put little wheel inside, and that's make it spin. That's something that I make in a special idea, and I wrote a patent on it. It's called blessing dreidel. And then you can see 6 kind of blessing. Something like happiness, love, luck, and health, and success. That's the idea. Here you can see a dreidel called magic. Can you see it?
What's magic about it?
The magic, when I spin it, you can see the Magen David inside. That's
Jewish star.
Jewish star. Okay, this is a chess dreidel that I'm the only one in the world that make chess from dreidels.
Each one of these pieces is a dreidel.
Yes, 32 dreidels that make the chess set. And you see the queen, the king, the horse. Everything here is spin. Everything is dreidel. This is something unusual also. It's mobile phone. That spin. everything here is pink. This one,
Slightly psychedelic.
this is the dreidel house, like the name of the place here. This is called Galaxy Dreidel. This one is old coins dreidel. I make also other Judaica items, something like seder plates. This is a seder plate that show us how it's look the table of Pesach. We have a fish, we have kos for Eliyahu Navi, we have knei dalach, everything that we need in the table. That's all made by hand, and it's not made in China like most of the Judaica that we can see all over the world. It's all made in Israel and made by me.
And now our weekly insight. Today we'll be discussing the parasha of Vayigash. Shalom to Rabbi David Sampson in Jerusalem.
Shalom Yoni, shalom to all of our viewers.
We learn in the parasha about Joseph revealing his identity to his brothers who arrived in Egypt and met him there after they had sold him into slavery many years earlier. Now Joseph tells his brothers that they should not be afraid and that God sent him to Egypt to save them. Why is he saying this? I mean, isn't he furious at his brothers who sold him as a slave? Why doesn't he confront them?
I think, Yoni, that here we have the key to anger management, and that when a person sees that everything that befalls him is actually caused by God, then he doesn't have anger against his fellow man, but rather he enhances his love for God and understands that if God did not want this, this would not happen to him. And this is what Yosef is telling his brothers and understands. And no, he doesn't really have any anger against his brothers. And he sees that it was a divine guise in order to save the Jewish people. And he has only love for God and a feeling of apologetic forgiveness towards his brothers. Yosef understands that the fact that they sold him to Egypt, even though it seemed malicious, was actually divinely endowed in order to save the Jewish people and all of mankind in Egypt. This is actually the attitude that every one of us is supposed to adopt in order not to get angry and to understand that if something happened, it's true that Joe and Mo are the ones who did it, but nevertheless, God is the one who's behind it all.
Thank you very much, Rabbi Sampson.
The Weekly Insight is brought to you in cooperation with Machon Meir, the largest Zionist institute in Israel, bringing people closer to Judaism.
Okay, that's all for this week. Be sure to join us again next time. Until then, from all of us here at Israel National TV, Shalom.
Yeah.